Dear Mr. Ganbari, we are glad to meet you here in Minsk, and now in winter times all our thoughts already are about summertime. And before we start our discussion about possibilities for Belarusian tourists to have wonderful vacations in Iran, on Kish Island, please tell us a few words about yourself, about your professional background.
Hello, Dima. As you see, my name is Armin. I'm from Iran, but about a year I live in Minsk. I have a lot of experience about the tourism industry, especially I have the travel agency in Tehran. And also I was the hotel general manager hotel in the Kish Island, about 2 years experience. And now I'm in the Minsk to make a tours for the Belarusian guys who wants to visit Iran.
But also remember that you have quite a good aviation background. Is it your hobby or you have some professional connections with aviation?
Yeah, as you know, the aviation is my totally love because I like it. It's right now it's like a hobby, but previous it's my professional jobs. I'm the pilot and I fly with the private light aircrafts, and also here in the Minsk I fly a lot, and as you remember we have about 2 flights in Dudutki open air museum.
Very good. Armin, but can you tell us about the way you appeared here in quite cold Minsk instead of being in a very nice sunny part of southern Iran?
Yeah, I'm totally agree with you. Right now the Minsk is chilly cool, but you know, I decided to establish a travel company here. One of the main goal is for getting some tourism from the Iran to the Belarus, because I'm familiar with the all potential tourism of the Belarus, especially in the Minsk. Also Iranian guys very interested to have travel to the Belarus.
And also maybe you see some potential in investments for Iranian business to Belarusian tourism infrastructure or some other business projects. What do you think about such opportunities?
You know, we have few experience about investment situation. We have some tourism who wants to invest in the Belarus and got their permanent residence staying of the Belarus. And also they create their company, and right now they are working about in the Belarus.
All right, but as far as I see, for Belarusians, Iran as a destination for leisure tours, both sea, sun and sand, and also cultural trips around Iranian Golden Ring. What do you think about this potential, bringing tourists from Belarus to Iran?
Yeah, also we decided to have some tourism from the Belarus to the Iran because of the, at the same time in Iran we have the 4th season. Imagine that you can swim at the hot water at the Persian Gulf in the Kish Island or other Iranian famous islands. Even you can skiing in the Tochal or Dizin, which is located at the north of the Teheran. You can bring a skiing. Also at the west of Iran, you can feel some spring on there. And it's really quite good for have the 4th season at the same time. I think it's very interesting for the Belarusian people who wants to visit Iran.
Right, but maybe tell us more as an expert of working in this Gulf area, how Iranian resorts look like, how you can underline major features comparing to Dubai, Emirates, Turkey. How can we feel Iranian resort before going there?
You know, I want to speak about the Kish Island. Kish Island is one of the famous totally touristic islands in Iran. It's quite cheap, and also you can use a lot of tourism activity, especially at the water sports, something like jet skis, parasails, also a lot of ships. You can have the dinner on there. Also, you can diving at the Persian Gulf. You can see a lot of fish, a lot of other fishes that's living in the water. One of the most interesting things in the Kish Island, it's the cheapest, and also it's the very famous for the foreigners, because they got surprised. In Iran, we have something like this potential of tourism island in Iran. Also, you can taste a lot of Iranian foods with the live music, because the Kish Island, it's the island that you can spend a lot of time at, especially at the night. The whole night, it's everywhere is open, and at the morning time up to mid time of the day, it's every day, everywhere is closed, and they usually spend their times from the evening up to morning. It's very quite interesting for them, and also when I want to compare it with the Dubai, I think because of the pricing of living or expanding in the Kish Islands, totally cheaper than the Dubai.
So maybe give us some samples for 3, 4, 5 stars, average rates on Kish Island.
In Kish Island, we have right now 80 hotels, and about 75 hotels are going to open in next year. As I mentioned that, it's the totally tourism island, but it is a very small island. From the 2-star up to 5-star hotels, it depends on the seasons. At the low seasons, I want to mention for the 5-star hotels. First of all the hotels include the breakfast, or including the breakfast. And also for 5-star hotel, the double room at the low season, it's about 25 up to $30 per night for 2 person.
With breakfast included.
Yeah. At the high season, the maximum rate is about $120. It's for the normal 5-star hotel, but you want to select the 5-star top hotels. We have the Dariush Hotel and also Torange Hotel. Torange Hotel is look like for the Maldivians hotels. It's located above the water. Also, the surface of the room is you can see the water. It's the price of the Torange hotel about 150 up to 200. It depends on the view for the sunrise view, sunset view, and what else. And also we have the Dariush Hotel is the simulated our Persepolis Persepolis region at the Shiraz region, Fars region. It's totally very interesting things, and you can see a lot of articles of the Iranian Hakhameneshi's lifestyle there.
Sounds very good. And speaking about some details, usually it is buffet, right? And maybe tell us a few words about how average buffet looks like. I mean, such some traditional meals which people can taste there. For people are not 100% aware of Persian delights.
Yeah, Persian delights is very most famous. I want to mention to the shashlik, the Belarusian.
That's something we know.
Yeah, shashlik, it's one of the most famous food in the Iran. You can find every restaurant of the Kish Island. It's the price is not very high. It's about only for $20, I think, for two person, not for one person. Yeah, $10 for one person. It's about $10 or maybe less.
It depends on hotel, obviously. All right, but beside shashlik, what about fruits, about some sweet stuff, and obviously drinks?
Also, other main dishes, it started from the $3 up to $10, as I mentioned. But the fruits is about $1.
Yeah, but I mean, give us some examples. What is your recommendations for Belarusians who know apple, who know other stuff around us? Obviously, we know different, but what is your recommendation must try in Iran, and especially in southern part? Also, something local and high quality, you think?
In the Kish Island, because of the touristic island, you can find any traditional foods in the Kish, something like the gilaki or gilaki foods or Azerbaijanis foods. You know, we have a lot of regions in the Iran. We have the very variety of the types of food and traditional one. You can totally recommend it to taste our kubide kebab. It's the kebab.
Okay,
it's
kebab
kebab
gives us understanding.
Yeah,
how
in the
like?
Belarusian say that luley kebab. And also our dizi, we say that abgusht dizi. It's the meat with water and some tomatoes inside it, and it's boiled about more than 6 hours. It's gonna be very tasty, and you should taste with the bread and onion also, with the ayran, you say, right?
Oh, good drink.
Yeah. Sounds like fun.
Really like. Yeah.
Also, we have most of our Iranian foods with rice, as you know. But in Belarus, they don't less use the rice here.
Yeah, potatoes is our number one choice. All right, and speaking about drinks, what is the preferable drink beside ayran in Iran? Tea, coffee, or something else?
Yeah, also we have a lot of variety of the chais. We also the herbal chais. We have a lot of them. And about the coffees, everywhere you can find the coffees. Also, it's not very. It's very cheap. It's about 50 cents, or maybe less, or maybe a little bit more. You can taste the couple of coffee in there. And as you know, Iran is the Islamic Republic, and in the Islamic countries, especially at the Iran, you cannot find the alcoholic drinks.
So, for family vacation, probably it's a positive side for such clients.
You can taste juice, fruit.
Fresh.
Yeah, fresh fruits.
And yeah, I think that it is an important detail about beach vacation. I mean, swimming areas, how they arranged, how families or single travelers can swim, relax, get a tent.
We have two beach sites. We say that plage, as the Belarusians say that plage. For the men's plage and women's plage, they can take a rest and have some sun on there or swimming there. With we have some douches, anything else. And also, if they're family, they can
Go together.
go together to the something where to the our golden sands beach side, and they can swim together. It's no problem.
And what about swimming pools in hotels? The same regulation?
Also we have the swimming pools, but it's separated with the men's and women's. We have the two times a day. Usually morning time for the women's, evening time for the men's. It depends on the hotel's policy.
All right. And what is your recommendations for Belarusians to bring souvenirs from
souvenir.
Iran? What is your top 5 list?
Top 5. It's a lot of souvenirs.
That's why let's try 5.
Yeah. In Kish Island, it's very famous to the chocolates. It's very famous in the chocolates.
All right.
As a souvenir. Also, you can find a lot of clothes. As a clothes, you can buy some gifts. Also, it's very cheap, as you know. But in other cities, especially in Shiraz, we have Masqati.
What is it?
Masqati, it's a sweet kind of, how can I mention? I should have some pictures about the Masqati.
Well, maybe we will see your presentation a little bit later, but all right, some dessert and maybe some spices.
No, it's the very sweetie. It's all of the all kind of our souvenirs is the sweetie made from the sweetie.
Okay, but maybe I mean saffron is quite
saffron.
known, so maybe it's also something reasonable to
Yeah,
take
definitely.
from.
I think the saffron and pistache is the most
Okay.
popular.
Number 4 and number 5. We
It's
do have.
gonna be number 1 and 2. The
Okay,
saffron
we
and
change
pistache.
our list. All right.
Yeah, it's the totally recommended to all the touristic, even though Iranian ones, also the other foreigners, they can totally recommend it to buy and taste the saffron and Iranian pistache, definitely.
Very nice. What are your plans to deliver these and obviously more information to Belarusian travel professionals? What are your plans maybe about exhibitions, workshops, farm tour to Iran?
Yeah, definitely. We try to have some more meeting. Today we have the very
please
great,
tell us about this
great
experience.
today we have the very great meeting at the Iran embassy in the Minsk. From here, I want to thanks to our ambassador to bring and arrange this meeting. It's very useful. I think we discuss about 10 or 12 travel agency who's working with the outgoing tours. We speak about the Iran, what the potentials have. We discuss about at which ways we can have some tours and packages. Especially we talk about the direct flight between the Tегеран and Minsk. After that, we definitely have some workshops with the fam tours, webinars and seminars together to following this project. I think we're going to be a success in the near future.
And the most important information, I think, is direct flight, Minsk, Tегеран, and then it should be connected, as far as I understand, with a flight to Kish Island. Which airlines are considered as options to operate these flights?
You know, from the Minsk to the Tегеран, you arrive to the IKA airport. It's the international airport. We have Mehrabad airport at the Tегеран. It's the domestic airport. All the domestic flights are operated at the Mehrabad airport. We must transfer from the IKA to the Mehrabad airport. It's very interesting, I think, for you. We have about 34 up to 40 flights per day from the Tегеран to the Kish Island. Also, the total number of the Kish Island flights from the whole of the cities of the Iran is about 95 flights a day.
So, Armin, your vision of the basic package for Belarusian outgoing touristic market. Please correct me if I'm telling wrong. A flight, Minsk to Tehran, then transfer, then to some hotel in Tehran, stopover there in the capital city, sightseeing, and then transfer to domestic airport, and then
fly to the Kish Island.
Maybe like 10 days there. And then way back to Belarus with just a transfer from domestic to international airport in Tehran, right?
Yeah, you can also use the flight away.
It's only if we are going straight to Kish Island.
Only for the Kish Island. You can also use, because the Kish Island is the free zone. It's not no need for the getting visa, because the free zone without the Iranian visa needed. But the normal tours, we recommend it to about 7 nights and 10 nights of the Iran tours. It's not only included in the Kish Island. Kish Island, I think it's about 4 nights or 5 nights is enough. But also the Tehran is the capital of the Iran. We have a lot of tourist attractions, especially Niavran Palace Complex. Grand Tigran Bazaar. It's very interesting, and also you can we have a lot of palace, museums, some touristic attraction, dolphinarium, and etc.
So maybe what is your recommendation for a program in Tehran? How many nights and days?
I think 1 night at the arriving day and the last night at the departure date. Must necessary to visit Tehran. Oh. First day and the last day of the tour. Also, we recommend it to a culture tour. For the it's very famous in Iran. We say that a gold triangle tour. It's including the Isfahan, Shiraz, and Yazd. Also, this is the totally culture tour. You can visit a lot of things of the Iranian culture and historical places. That's who we are, what's our background, what's our history. You can sense and feel everything in Iran.
So what is your idea to combine like 5 days vacation on Kish Island and plus how many days to see this golden ring of Iran?
It depends on the suggestion of the travel agencies or its style or recommendation of the Belarusian
I think that we need your expertise because you already know Belarusians, and you know that people are interested in general in Persian culture and history, but I think that professional recommendation is necessary to create a good, balanced tour package with combination of sightseeing and this leisure part on Kish Island. So what is your recommendation? All right, we understand 5 days vacation on Kish Island, and then how many days to see, not in rush, but in relaxed way, but Belarusians, if go sightseeing, better not to have too much leisure time, but some interesting tour program. How many days to see these objects you mentioned, this golden ring?
Also, we can do some other way from the arrival to the Tehran, 1 night in Tehran, by the bus or train. By the bus, going to the Isfahan. 1 night and a half day for Isfahan, I think it's enough. It's gonna be hurry, but it's quite good for visiting this Yusupol, Pol Khaju, Naqsh Jahan, and also we have a lot of our handcraft made souvenirs. It's very important.
In Isfahan.
Yeah, in Isfahan. It's very famous for the handcraft souvenirs on there. and also the great articles and the architectures of the Iranian, previous Iranian, the mosques everywhere. You can sense and feel them. And you can fly from the Isfahan to the Kish Island. At the back, you can fly to the Shiraz. You can visit the Shiraz and then to the Tehran Mehrabad airport. Or we can do this, this for I think for 2 nights for Shiraz is also good for visiting about Sadi Tomb, Hafez Tomb, and also Persepolis, Kurosh. I think you know the Kurosh Kabir, Grand Kurosh. Also for the Yazd, it's Islamic city, but full of the art cultures sensed at this city. Even you've been in Yazd, you totally sense everything about the Iranian old culture.
Sounds like a very interesting program, so we look forward to get more information on further events for Belarusian business. Presentation, as far as I understand, the first event soon. We hope to see Iranian booth on Minsk tour market, and obviously the most exciting for Belarusian tourism business is farm tour to Iran. So maybe tell our colleagues what they can Google search to find your contacts, the company name, and what should they search? Your YouTube channel?
Yeah, my company name is Farzad Hotels with the end of S at the end. Also at the YouTube channel is also Farzad Hotels, and Instagram ID is belarus.ir.
Okay, I'm sure it will be possible to use these links on the bottom of the material on YouTube.
And also we have the other kind of tourism in Iran, not only for the leisure tours, but also for the medical and health tourism. It's one of the most important tours in Iran, because we have a lot of good hospitals and the doctors for do some medicines. We have experience from the China who wants to travel to Iran to height increasing about 7 up to 12 centimeter per each person. Only 3 doctors at the world. We have to inject this project. One of them is fortunately for the Iran. We have a lot of cooperation with this doctor, and the tours for the height increase and for the China. But for the Belarus, the height is very quite normal. But cosmetic surgery about the nose and some proteals as well. Also, we have a lot of tourism from the Iraq and the Persian Gulf side countries for do the hair planting also. So because the price is very cheap, and also the services are very high quality.
That's a point for a big presentation with more details about prices, about packages. So it's a very interesting but big work ahead. So thank you very much for this interview. We all look forward to see more of your events in Minsk, and obviously we all look forward to seeing more of Iran in Iran. Thank you very much. Thank you for attention.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to meeting you and with my colleagues in the Belarus. I hope that we have the great cooperation with you to introduce well Iran, and hope to see all of you near future in Iran.